recording. Alright, this is a video that I wanted to do because, as you can tell, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. My Google theme. I have much more stuff that proves that I'm a Michael Jackson fan. I'm a Michael Jackson fanboy, but this video is about the Michael Jackson fan community. Okay, so there's people who like Michael like me, and we enjoy his music and we think he's a good person. But, for me, I could criticize Michael for doing a few things. But these people that I'm going to rant about treat Michael like he is God or Jesus. They think he's superior over any other artist. And go check out History in the Mixes episode about who did it better come together. I'll probably put a link down to it in the description. It perfectly summarizes how I feel. But in his video, he says, well, the Michael Jackson fan community is sensitive sometimes. MJ fans, they are sensitive. And I agree with that, because they really are. I feel, and I'm about to show you in a few minutes, but, let's see. Like what? Okay. So, the first thing I will talk about is Michael Jackson's version of Come Together. And this is the first thing I will criticize it for. I will show you what I am talking about. It's got a new notification. See, sorry, this is taking forever to load. But basically, Michael Jackson, I won't play because I'll get copyrighted, but basically, Michael Jackson, what he did is him and Paul McCartney collaborated on a few songs, and but the Beatles' music went up for auction, and Michael bought it, which was a crappy thing to do because it was Paul's music and he wanted to buy it. I'm not going to explain the full details, but Michael bought his music when he shouldn't have, because that's kind of greedy. So he made a cover of a very famous Beatles song, Come Together, and basically what happened is that, I love the cover. I really do. I think it is a great cover. It's fun to listen to, and I love it. But I prefer the Beatles version. I love the Beatles too, by the way. But I prefer the Beatles version. I like the way the Beatles version sounds and all that. But 95% of the comment section is, Lorne Michael. Oh my God, his version's so much better. I like Michael Jackson's version of Come Together much better than the Beatles version. I love the song. I love the song so much, so catchy. Mike killed the song. We know. Michael Jackson had the Beatles catalog. MJ owned the Beatles. Say what you want, but MJ wasn't stupid. What an arrogant thing to say, first of all. Michael Jackson wasn't stupid for buying the Beatles catalog when he shouldn't have, because that was Paul McCartney's music. Wow, what an arrogant thing to say. Tedrick Jackson? Yeah, screw you, dude. View reply. Happy anniversary and rip King of Pop. This is one of my favorite songs of Michael Jackson. It isn't Michael Jackson's song, though. It's the Beatles' songs. It was done by John Lennon, who was a songwriter for the Beatles. MJ is always in our hearts. Okay, I'm not going to find the comment. I like this cover, but I think the original's better. I agree. And this is why Michael... Okay, this is the comment that literally I hate. And this is why Michael Jackson ruled the Beatles. He said himself the Beatles wasn't a very good band, and I kind of agree with him. Do your logic, dude. Do your logic. Sonic the coolest, Hedgehog, well, you're not the coolest. Because actually, Michael was a very, very huge fan of the Beatles. And if the Beatles weren't a very good band, why would he collaborate with the lead singer of the Beatles? You are stupid. You are an idiot. This is not true. He was a very big fan of the Beatles. Like, why would he do a cover of a Beatles song and also collaborate with the Beatles lead singer? You are an idiot. Okay, let's me reply. Oh yeah, it was for me. He was a huge Beatles fan. That's true. To me, I think this is better than the Beatles version. Sorry, but when Michael comes in the house, it's his show. But it's not his song though. It's not. Oh my god. So many people were like, okay, fine, that's someone's opinion. Like that's someone's opinion. Whatever. Okay, yeah, whatever. Fine. Okay. I'll tell you what though. What really drives me insane is I'm not gonna look for it. There's this video on Instagram that was, if you didn't know, Michael and Donald Trump were friends. They were, believe it or not. 95% in the comment section. Oh, you wish Trump. Michael was never your friend. Bull crap, dude. They were good friends, actually. The only reason you don't want them to be friends is because you're a bunch of liberals and you don't like Trump. Clinton forever. It's not like Hillary Clinton's a terrible person. Yeah, Donald Trump forever. Yeah, Michael, it's okay. Donald Trump, you were never friends with Lord Michael. Yes, he was. You just all are a bunch of liberals and don't like Donald Trump. You are idiots. Okay. In fact, I think Michael Jackson even believed in Donald Trump's motives. Oh yeah. Look it up. God. Let's see. What's another thing? And then there's these other MJ fans that I absolutely hate. Okay. So before Michael Jackson died, I would say right before, everybody was making fun of him, saying he was a pedophile, saying he bleached his skin, saying that. I don't believe either of those two things, I will admit. Saying that, basically making fun of him. When he dies, rest in peace. It's like, dude, 95% of these people were making fun of him. And the people who weren't are so dumb because they cannot criticize Michael whatsoever. I can criticize Michael for a couple of things. Dangling his son off the edge of a building. Do you know about that incident? I'm pretty sure you do if you're Michael Jackson. Michael dangling baby. It's a terrible thing to do. It really is. Sorry, it's loading so slow. So he had his, let's see, his, God, what is happening? Sorry, it's so freaking laggy. He had his latest son, Blanket. He was dangling off a high ledge that he could have dropped and could have possibly died, probably. That's a terrible thing to do. I mean, I criticize him and make fun of him for doing it this day. I like Michael as a person, but he did some pretty questionable things when he was alive, like this. Another thing is, he did artificial insemination, which he basically took someone else's sperm, used it on his wife, didn't have sex, and that's how I believe Blanket was born. That's pretty weird, I think. I think that's pretty odd. It's pretty strange. Because I love Michael as a person. I think he was kind, but he was a little weird. I know part of his childhood had to do with that, but still, the Michael Jackson fan base community, like, just like, they do not want to criticize him for doing anything, and it bugs me. Now, I do not believe he bleached his skin, because if you look at some photos, you can tell, like, he's sweating, the makeup's coming off, and you can see part of his skin is lighter than some of his skin. So, yeah, I don't believe he bleached his skin. I don't believe he was a pedophile. But I do think he should have stopped having kids over after the 1993 child molestation case. That was not a wise decision to do. Having sleepovers with younger children, I don't think it was a wise decision. I don't believe he touched them in any way, but I don't think it was a smart idea. I didn't think he was a pedophile to them. I just don't think it was a smart idea. Oh, but if I said that, the MJ fan community will probably be like, you think he was touching kids? Ha! Gosh, even when he's dead. Like, seriously. I don't think he was a pedophile. I just think there's some things he can be criticized for. Another thing that I hate about these MJ fans is that they think he's superior over every artist. Now, I love MJ. He's close to my favorite artists, but I also really like the Beatles, Linkin Park, Whitesnake, AC/DC, Van Halen. I like other artists, but the Michael Jackson fan community is just like, oh, Michael is live. Michael Jackson's the best. Michael Jackson forever. Michael Jackson this, that. It's like, they think he's superior. Again, the History in the Mix said this. They think he's superior over every single artist, and it drives me insane. They just they think he can stave off all criticism, and it's just not. And it bugs me too, because it's like, people make mistakes, people do weird stuff in life. Okay, we're not perfect. Michael Jackson wasn't perfect. He did some very questionable things, maybe. Not the pedophile bleaching his skin, but like dangling a baby, as you can see here. Just and doing artificial insemination, also buying the Beatles catalog when that was rightfully Paul McCartney's music. I just don't think, and honestly, besides the dangling baby thing, those aren't questionable things, rather. It's just like, those are things he can be criticized for. But the MJ fan community doesn't want to criticize him because they think he's a perfect person. And he's not. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. My friends aren't perfect. Like, we're not perfect at everything that we do. But, like, the MJ fan community think Michael Jackson cannot be criticized for. I can criticize myself for things. Let's see, what can I criticize me for? I've been a hypocrite on a couple occasions. I'll admit that. I've I've wrote a paragraph where I mistyped things. People were like, sorry, I'm not even saying this right. People, when I write a paragraph on as a YouTube comment, people were like, why can't you spell, when they disagree with me? I'm like, respond with an argumentative point. And then someone wrote a short sentence, and I'm like, what's mistype? And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of being a hypocrite. See, I can criticize myself for things. I really can. And it's just like, I hate these MG fans because they don't criticize Michael. They treat him as a god. And if anything says nothing remotely bad about him, really, people are like, you suck, or, people that just think he's perfect, and people, I don't know. I just don't. And also, some of these MJ fans, as you can see with Sonic the Coolest Hedgehog, where is he? Yeah, right here. They're uneducated. They don't know, anything that, what Michael was into. They just, they're uneducated. They don't know anything sometimes. And it's like, wow,